Bada bada bum ba bum bum bum. So there's this woman Carla who fell in love with this guy Erik, and it really does seem like a match made in hot Cheeto heaven until you learn that this guy has been in jail for the entirety of their 10-year relationship. You see kids, Erik is what you call a criminal, and Carla is what you call an idiot. This guy attempted to murder someone back in 2010, and now he's riding out a nice long 13-year prison sentence.
When I found out about all like the crimes and stuff, I'm just like, you are crazy ass.
Oh jeez is what she close to dropping the N-word right there. There's nothing quite like that little chuckle after speaking about how your husband almost murdered someone.
You are crazy ass.
Listen guys, if you're looking for a lady like this, if you're looking for a real ride or die type of woman, all you really have to do is go out to South San Antonio and you'll find around 80 of them hanging out at your local raspa stand or thrift shop. This whole thing started when her cousin, who obviously doesn't care for her own family member's safety, set the pair up to start writing to each other like a couple of pen pals. And as she says, the rest is really history. And you know, I can see how this relationship could be appealing to some, because you get to be with someone in your head, but you don't have to really be together outside of the occasional note, phone call, or visit. The pros are that there's really no competition unless this guy gets sweet for a gang leader in prison, and you always know where that person is, you don't even gotta keep tabs on them. And the cons are of course that one day you might get a call that your husband has been stabbed to death. It's kinda like that one episode of Seinfeld where George falls in love with the inmate.
You asked her out? Well, not out. She's a prisoner.
And overall, people in her family do not approve of her choice to be with a man of such an extreme caliber. He sent her a lot of stuff over the years, and I do have to say, that this man is quite the artist. Pablo Picasso up in this.
People think like he's just like wanting to beat up people and like do stuff to people, and I'm like, he has feelings, he gets sad, he gets emotional. If he was a hardcore crazy person, he wouldn't be sending all these little lovey-dovey stuff.
I hope that this woman knows that being a good person and writing love letters have absolutely no correlation, right? The Zodiac Killer was out here writing tons of letters. Should we just call that man a lover boy as well? Was he merely misunderstood with his very long list of victims?
Nope.
This woman is obviously living in her own altered reality, where she bases her whole universe on things that he says in writing and these very small interactions that she gets to have with her inmate husband. Just think, she's only been with this guy for 50 days out of the last 10 years. That's 50 out of 3,650 days locked up. That breaks down to a whopping 1.369% of the days that she's seen this fool. And that's including their wedding day, by the way, that of course took place behind bars. No one even showed up except for her equally as stupid cousin, who was the one who set up this whole fiasco in the first place. And day after day after day, she's just sitting there by her phone waiting for his 1 15-minute phone call.
Like, you could be in prison, but if you tell me a certain time, you call me at that time.
That's some real dedication right there. I like how she has the prison phone number saved as hubby, heart, heart. I'm surprised there isn't a couple of 100 emojis, that one purple devil, and a flame next to his name as well. Just the ghetto-ness of this situation is getting unreal, guys.
What's up, baby?
Hey.
What are you doing, babe?
Nothing, just sitting down. What are you doing?
He's like, I'm in prison. There's not much going on. It's pretty much the same thing every single day. And I gotta say, this woman is about as loyal as they come. She makes 3 more years for him to be in prison sound like 10 minutes in her head. She has this sister-in-law who's very iffy about her being in a relationship with someone who was locked up for violence. And all I really have to say about her is that there's no way this woman has more than 10 teeth in her mouth. Leave it to Beaver. Those are some absolute chompers. And really just think, guys, how everything has changed since 2010. The change in technology and the world in general has just been absolutely insane. And what I'm basically trying to say is that it's not going to be easy for this guy to assimilate to society. And at the end of the day, I'm really just going to pray for the best for this match made in Big Red and Barbacoa Heaven, because it's going to be a real struggle when this guy gets out the pin, let me tell you that. And Carla really doesn't seem to understand that she's really just in love with the theory of this guy, but not actually him. I'm sorry, you just can't be in love with someone that you spend 50 days out of 3,650 days with. It's just not going to happen. And keep in mind, these weren't even full days. These are like little 30-minute visits, little 15-minute phone calls. I think even their wedding was probably only 15 minutes long. I don't even know if they got to kiss.
I'm happy, yeah. Because you made me feel like that.
Who?
You, babe.
And not to mention that rehabilitation for criminals in America is beyond difficult, and it seems like she's gonna be expecting a whole lot of return for her nice little 10-year investment. But I have a bad feeling that the stock market is about to crash. Either way, I want to thank you guys for watching today. Thank you for subscribing as always. Go follow me on Instagram, that's at JAMARI Speaks, where I reply to almost every single DM. Stay safe out there, guys. It's a crazy world. There's someone else out here who needs to get roasted, so it's your boy and I'm out. Peace.